grandparents and friends. It is customary to share a Hasidic story in Melava Malka. I was lucky to be chosen to say tonight's story. I thank you for this honor and privilege. In fact, this is not your typical story. This is the background information which made this day of Purim Katan in the Chabad calendar special. Purim Katan is a special day. According to Halacha, it's just like Purim. We don't say Tachman, except that we don't do the mitzvahs of Purim, like reading the Megillah, giving Mishloach Manos, etc. But we could, of course, eat Hamantashen and Nash. Some 87 years ago on this day, a famous Farbrengen took place, where the Frierdiker Rebbe said the Maimer with the beginning words of the Kibbutz HaYehudim. In the Maimer, the Frierdiker Rebbe discusses at length the great Mesiras Nefesh of Mordechai and the children in the times of Haman, and he draws a parallel to those difficult days in Russia under the communist regime where they attempted to extinguish the candle of the Jewish nation. Now it sounds nice and simple to have a big Farbrengen like tonight's Melava Malka. Oh, this reminds me, thank you to all those who helped make this Melava Malka, and last but not least, our dear principal, Rabbi Zaltzman, for making this happen.
Back with the story, but in those days back in Russia, it wasn't so simple. They certainly did not have such a nice decor, or such beautiful pictures of children like the ones we saw out in the hallway.
Let me explain. First of all, in Moscow, where the Farbrengen took place, it was illegal to have large gatherings of people, since the government was scared of people planning a rebellion against them. Secondly, it was illegal to drink mashka. What did I say? Illegal to have mashka in Russia? Oh well, this is Russia for you.
At this Farbrengen with the Frierdiker Rebbe and many of his Hasidim crammed into a room in Moscow, and there was a lot of mashke. Even the Frierdiker Rebbe himself said a lot of l'chaim.
This was not an easy time for Yidden in Russia. Shortly before this Farbrengen, a Chassid, very close to the Frierdiker Rebbe, was arrested, and a great fear fell upon all the Hasidim, and if we may say, even Frierdiker Rebbe himself was very concerned.
The Frierdiker Rebbe also knew that the Russian secret police, known as the NKVD, were conducting investigations about him, and were gathering information to have a good way to arrest him too.
The Hasidim at this Farbrengen knew that they were risking their safety and well-being. A few times during this Farbrengen, the Frierdiker Rebbe said, "I know that there are secret agents of the NKVD here, but I am not afraid, and I am going to say this." And he went on demanding that Hasidim stay true to uncompromised Yiddishkeit and to send their children only to kosher schools. There were many informers at this Farbrengen who kept recording everything that happened and whatever was said. The Frierdiker Rebbe spoke very strongly about the need to strengthen Yiddishkeit. He explained how during the Gzera of Haman, Mordechai gathered 24,000 Yiddish children to learn Torah with them. So too now. We need to fight the terrible decrees against learning Torah and doing mitzvahs. And the way to fight it is by strengthening the education, chinuch, of Yiddish children. The Frierdiker Rebbe urged everyone to be strong and to fight the Haman of our own days by continuing to teach their children Torah and to have underground shiurim, even though this meant Mesiras Nefesh in the literal sense. In the Maimer of the Kibbutz HaYehudim, the Frierdiker Rebbe underscored the point that our strength to keep Torah and mitzvahs in difficult times comes from Moshe Rabbeinu, the Nasi and leader of each generation. 4 months after the fateful Farbrengen, on the 15th of Sivan, the Frierdiker Rebbe and numerous other Hasidim were arrested. They all knew the risk they were taking, but they also knew that there was only one way to secure the Yiddishkeit of children, and that was by providing them with an uncompromising chinuch and keeping their emunah strong.
Many years later, Baruch Hashem, we can still sit in a beautiful and warm atmosphere with only Hashem to fear, but today's Yiddishkeit is a result of yesteryear's dedication and Mesiras Nefesh.
Now please allow me to add something on my own. Dear parents, in the name of my fellow students and friends at the Shmo Zahavi Cheder Chabad, I want to thank you, our dear parents, for giving us the opportunity to be taught and educated by Rebbes who have the same kind of fire, dedication, and Mesiras Nefesh to instill in us the love, the faith, and the strength to keep us going strong, until speedily in our days we will all be reunited with our beloved Rebbe with the coming of Mashiach now.